What's up? What's going on? Hide and read. Welcome. Welcome back to the channel where we make all kinds of book related videos. Except for tags. I don't really like doing tags. Tags are cool. If you like them, if you like doing them, that's fine. If you want to start a booktube channel, tags are a great way for you to make content and get used to kind of talking on the camera and get comfortable with it. I don't know, not into them, but I am doing a tag today. This is Kevin Toll's reading ticks tag, and the first tag he did, it looks like half of BookTube must have participated in this thing, and you guys kept him really busy with him reposting all of your tag videos, and I'm sure a lot of you got lots of new subscribers and viewers from doing that, lots of interaction. It would have driven me insane to have to make posts for all those videos, but seemingly he must have really enjoyed it because he's bummed out that you guys aren't doing his reading ticks tag. So make sure you do the reading ticks tag and make Kevin Toll happy so he can make more joyful content. So I'm here. I'm doing my part. Kevin Toll is on the Sackett wagon train. We're reading the whole Sackett series. He very enthusiastically posts a review for all of the books, and the least I can do is come on here and answer a few questions. Let's get right into it. The reading ticks tag. Do you read at a certain time of day? Question number 1. No. I could wake up and read first thing. I could fall asleep reading at night. And during the day, I'll read a bunch. While I'm working, if I'm working, I like to read on the lunch break. And sometimes I fall asleep, so sorry, boss, but that happens. And number 2, yeah, well, I would just say I can't read for like 2 hours at a time. I'll just get kind of bored and do something else. So I have to read maybe like 4 times a day if I want to get any kind of reading done. So do I read only a certain time of day? No. Number 2. Do you read in your everyday clothes or your PJs? I don't wear pajamas. Just haven't since I was a child. Since I had cool little characters on my pajama pants, just not into it. But I do have this poncho, so I'm wearing my poncho right now, which I don't have to be reading to enjoy wearing my poncho, but it is nice and it doubles as a blanket. So yeah, it's nice to wear a poncho. Other than that, shorts is cool, or just whatever I'm wearing. Don't have any reading clothes. I know different writers like Niccolo Machiavelli had certain clothes that he would wear while he was reading and studying, and he had certain time of day that he would do that. He was like really serious about his reading and writing time. So maybe as I get older, I'm still kind of I don't know, undisciplined, immature. So who knows? But no. Let's see. Number 3. What is your favorite reading spot? You know, Kevin Toll asked all these questions. I watched his video. I don't remember him answering any of them though. So maybe he can do his own reading tag and give us some of these answers. Pressure him. What is your favorite reading spot? Okay. I don't have a favorite reading spot. I recently just moved back in with my parents for a couple months until they're gonna go retire down to North Carolina. So I'm kind of just all over the place right now. Right now I have like a little day bed set up, and there's like a ton of pillows on it. It's more like a couch, and I'm in the back corner of the house where it's relatively quiet. So I guess right now that's my favorite reading spot. I also turn the back of my Jeep into like a big flat surface, so I will just drive out to the park and just open the windows and lay back there and get a lot of reading done. Although it's been so cold lately, I've just been stuck in the house. So yeah, right now just laying down on the day bed and with a lamp over my shoulder. See that red glowing thing in the back corner? Do you snack while reading? I don't. I'm not against it, although I don't want to get my books dirty, and I like mints. Wintergreen is probably my favorite, but I also like peppermints, the red ones. I think they call these green ones sweet mints. They're pretty good too. So yeah, I like peppermints a lot. I'll probably eat those the most while I'm reading. I remember when I was younger, we used to go to like Denny's or a diner or whatever late at night and see people reading while eating. I'm not sure how that's possible. That's cool if you do that. I just was always confused by that move. So yeah, do you snack while reading? Kind of, not really. Do you sneak a look at the end of the books you're reading or avoid all spoilers? So I don't mind having books spoiled. I have such a big TBR that by the time I get around to the book, I'm not going to remember the end anyway. When I was younger, I remember going to the library, and one of my processes for deciding whether I was going to read a book or not would be to read like the beginning of the last chapter or even the very last page. Like, how does the book end? And a lot of times I would forget. Like, if I wanted to read the book, I would forget anyway. So yeah, I don't avoid spoilers, to be honest. And but no, I don't look at the last page anymore. But I remember I used to do that when I was younger for some reason. Maybe that's a common thing that people do. Number 6, first or third person narrative. Either or is fine. Again, when I was younger, I really preferred first person narrative. I think a lot of my reading was like Goosebumps and probably just more common for juvenile fiction. Even when I got into like reading more serious books, like one of the more first serious books I remember reading was The Underground Man by Dostoevsky, and that one's written in first person. I really enjoy that a lot. But yeah, I like either or, first or third person narrative. I like sometimes when the books use like various first person narratives, like the chapter switches to different characters. That's fun too. We're on to number 7. Do you read dedications, author's notes, or skip them? Usually, I feel like those are usually in the back. But yeah, I read everything in the book. What I don't read is there's like an introduction. Especially if it's like classic literature and there's like an introduction to the book. Sometimes if I'm halfway through the book, I'll go back and read the introduction. But I don't like reading other people's thoughts about a book before I read it. And it's funny because I don't mind spoilers, but I don't want to know like somebody else's feelings about a book before I read it. After I read it, sure, I'm happy to hear about it, but I don't want to hear about what somebody thinks. Even if they're very educated about the book, I don't really care. Like, I want to read the book for myself first. Same thing with historical context. I do not want to know the historical context of a piece of literature before I read it, to be honest. Maybe if I'm having a hard time with it or there's something I'm really not understanding, I might look it up if it's starting to affect my enjoyment of the book. But ideally, I just want to read it for myself and then go back, and then I can enjoy it a second time with the historical context. But yeah, I read all the dedications and stuff. And one of the big things I'm interested in when I find a book that I like is what other kinds of books and what writers that the author liked, and sometimes that's in the dedications. So yeah, I definitely read them. Number 8, reading beverage. I brought one over here. Oh yeah, here we go. Nice. Cold one. Vintage seltzer. Lemon lime. Remember when I was very young, we're talking about me being young so much. My grandpa had diabetes and he had seltzer water in the garage, and everybody, like, this is late 90s, early 2000s. And people were amazed that I liked seltzer water because back then I feel like people didn't even really drink water. We drank soda or juice or milk. Like, am I crazy? I don't know. I don't really remember anybody drinking a bottle of water, to be honest, but I do enjoy seltzer water. Every now and then, a beer, like a Guinness, or I don't like wine, but I will drink it if I'm eating something nice. Yeah, that could be good, but truthfully, maybe like 50% of the time, if I drink something like that, I'm falling to sleep within 30, 45 minutes. I'm taking a nap. Just not really built for it anymore. Yeah, reading beverage. Let's go on to number 9. How do you decide what to read next? Okay, on this channel I have a monthly reading forecast, which is often inaccurate. And that's lately how I've been deciding what to read next. How do I pick what's on the forecast? I just, whatever I feel like reading, and inevitably, like 3 days later, I regret every decision that I made for the month, and I wish that I never did the forecast, but I'll just keep doing it anyway. I don't know. It's mostly just by feel. There's different topics that I want to be more well-read on. I think a lot of it has to do with guilt and shame of not reading things, and very rarely is it that I'm excited to read something. But yeah, luckily, the things I feel guilty about not reading are usually pretty good books. So that's just the truth of it. And number 10, tag others. So like I said, I don't really like booktube tags, and there's only one person that I know that really dislikes them as much as I do, or at least is vocal about it, and that's Dustin Neely. He's been making lots of nice comments on my channel, and he doesn't like book tags at all, so I'm just going to informally tag Dustin Neely for number 10, tag others. And that's the entire toll tag there for reading ticks. Almost hit myself there. That didn't go smooth at all. Anyway, yeah, you made it all the way through, so you might as well subscribe. If you're not subscribed, there's a little bell over there. Hit the bell. You'll be subscribed to my channel. And ideally, you've already found something to read, and you have somewhere where you like to read that you could hide. So, till next time, peace.